Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a video goes up on SouFLoTV. We've been following this whole assassination of the Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse, from its very beginning until now, through all its twists and turns. Jovenel Moïse has been laid to rest, which means he has had a funeral. His wife was brave enough to return from the United States of America after getting medical attention for her gunshot wound that she suffered during that whole ordeal, to put her husband to rest with honor and dignity like a real wife should. Now, I would not have faulted her and I would not have had anything bad to say if Martine Moïse had decided to not ever return to Haiti, given the circumstances. But that is not what I'm going to talk about today. Today, I am going to talk about the pictures that I have seen. When Jovenel was first assassinated, I saw one picture of him laying on the ground, fully clothed, with, of course, bloody clothing on, and I described earlier, one eye missing. Now, I have been sent by a Haitian source pictures of the autopsy and multiple pictures of Jovenel with no clothes on at all. I can tell you that this spells trouble. I'm going to describe to you, because I cannot show these pictures on YouTube, because YouTube does not allow for us to show these gross kind of pictures. They did him bad. They did him really bad. And the story is not adding up. I know there are a lot of people who are protective of his wife. I am not trying to suggest that she had anything to do with his assassination, but I do think that her story that she gave us is incomplete. Maybe somebody got to her and said, "You don't say anything, or else you are next." But we don't have a beef with you, Martine. You can go ahead and live your life, but you don't mention certain things. Because if you recall correctly, all she said was that they came into the house and they shot her husband without giving him a chance to even say a word. She also said that he was dead from the first bullet. She said he received many bullets after, which we now know to be 12, but he was dead from the first one. I don't think that is how the story go, given the pictures I've seen. Now, the X-ray autopsy pictures are in my chat room on WhatsApp. Whoever is in my chat room on WhatsApp, just leave in the comment section here, "Yes, I've seen it," if you've seen it. For those of you who are going to ask me to let you into the chat room is full at the moment and I cannot let you in now. But if you try and try again, then someone might leave and you might be able to get in. Let's talk about these pictures. No one is talking about, we know that he got shot, okay? But looking and observing these pictures, Jovenel had cuts, as if someone cut him with something. Not gunshots. I counted the gunshot wounds on his body. He had gunshots, but he also had cuts. Not only did he have cuts, he had burns. And the burns look like when someone melts plastic and burns the human skin, or heats up a metal object, and presses it against the human skin. When you remove that object, it takes out a chunk of flesh. Those were not bullet wounds. So for those of you who are wondering what happened to Jovenel, I think he was tortured. There were cuts. There were burns. There were broken bones. He had a leg broken and he had an arm broken. And there was a cracked skull. His skull was cracked across the top of his head. A huge crack, which I would say looks to be about 7 to 8 inches long. There was also a indentation in his forehead above his eye. That indentation looks like he was hit with the butt of a rifle. And of course, the bullet wounds, which we all know about already, and the missing eye, which is the missing left eye, which we also know about already. So when Martine Moise, his wife, who was supposed to be in the same room with him, says that they came in and they executed him without even giving him a chance to say a word, I think that she knows more, but she is not saying because she wished this whole ordeal would go away. And she, of course, she has every right to be. She is fearful of the people who did this. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? What y'all must remember is that there is a CCTV camera system inside of that house that was running, that captured all the events that took place in that house. That CCTV footage is still not been released to the public as yet. No one is talking about the high-ranking officials that Jovenel called in the last 10 minutes of his life and said, please come save my life. But we're going to talk about them on a different video with their pictures and their history and why we think that they deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of whatever treason is punishable for in Haiti. But Jovenel Moise was tortured. His body looks as if he was, you know, when kidnappers kidnap somebody, say you kidnap a drug dealer and you want to find out where his kilos of cocaine are hidden and where his money is hidden, and they tie you up and they torture you and they burn and they cut and they gun butt and then they kill by shooting and removing an eye and so on and so forth. Could his eye possibly have been removed while he was alive as a part of the torture? Think about this. The burns, the burn marks are significant. Nobody is going to shoot him to death and then torture a dead body. The men that went in there are trained men. They know how to kill. They know what a dead body looks like. They would not have wasted time shooting him to death first, making sure he feels nothing, and then torture a dead body or mutilate a dead body. I think he was tortured while he was alive. I think someone sent a clear message to him while he was alive. I think he had a chance to answer questions that he probably did not. I think he had a chance to witness his own demise, as in slowly dying. Broken bones. An arm was broken and a leg was broken. A cracked skull across the diagonal crack across the top of his head. The burn marks says torture. And of course, that indented forehead over his eye looks exactly like a rifle buttstock. Someone hit him very hard in the face. If you see those pictures, leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me if this looks like someone who just got their house overran and got shot and the killers just killed him and left. Or tell me if I am wrong for saying that this man was tortured before he was killed. That gave them a lot of time. That might explain why everybody disappeared. Maybe his security forces did not even disappear, because Martin said that everybody disappeared and left him alone. That is what his wife said. Maybe they were a part of his torture. It is also said that that house does have a safe room. But if your security forces are compromised, then nowhere in the house is safe, including that safe room. May he rest in peace. He is gone now, but the mysteries still continue. And I hope you saw the video of the latest person that they arrested in this event. It is another person from Florida. Well, he is from Haiti, but he owns a company in Florida, USA. And it's not the other three people. This is a fourth person that was just arrested last week. Keep up with the videos, and I will continue to give you this information as this information comes out, and we ourselves can use our smarts and senses to get a full picture of what happened. We might never be able to get the whole truth, but we can get a full picture of what happened. Somebody wanted the world to know, because pictures of an autopsy and these kind of pictures are not released to the public usually, unless it is by someone who has access to that. Think about it. I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.